Everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today I am excited to announce RTR 2023. You know, because of COVID, we put some off and there weren't some RTRs and they were virtual, but I'm really enthused now that we're back into the groove of having a physical gathering every January. And this year it will again be in Quartzsite, Arizona, but who knows what the future will hold. But for now, it's in Quartzsite, Arizona. Let me give you the dates and then I'll tell you some reasons why you should be there, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. So the dates are, the first we have a women's RTR, which is women's only, and that is January 7th, 2023 through January 12th, 2023. So it's going to be a longer one. We've started cutting them shorter and I thought that was a mistake. I always really regretted that. So it's going to be a little longer women's RTR, and that means just that. It's women only. And if you're a couple, which a lot of you are, husband, wife, or just really good friends, and the hubby can be a home and camp, and hubby can't be there. We're pretty strict about it. We want women to feel completely at ease to talk about anything you want. And I know that makes some of you mad. It seems sexist. It seems reverse discrimination. And I understand and I respect those arguments. Believe me, I have heard them many times. And I understand and respect the feeling. I just know that in this society, women are treated different. And whether we mean to or not, that's the way it works. And so I think giving women a place and a time of their own is perfectly reasonable and valid, and we're going to do it. And as much as I respect your disagreement, we're going to do it anyway. So I appreciate your opinion, but we're going to do it anyway. And then the main RTR starts, of course, everyone is welcome. It runs from Friday, January 13th through Friday, January 20th. So the entire thing runs from January 7th through January 20th. For everybody, it's January 13th through January 20th. And it's going to be, again, this year in Quartzsite, of course, and it will be at the exact same park. So if you've been there before, if you know Quartzsite at all, you know where the main park is. If you don't know where the main park is, it's really easy to find. Unfortunately, again, we will not be camping together. So I believe this is either the 12th or the 13th RTR. I forget, I lose track. But in the past, nearly all of them, we met together on BLM land. But we grew so big, so fast, the BLM kind of freaked out and put it into it. They've just priced us out of camping on BLM land. To give you an idea of how fast we've grown and why the BLM is so concerned, in 2017, we probably had 200, 300 people. That was before I really was getting well known on YouTube. Once YouTube hit, in 2018, we had about 3,000 people, 3,000 to 5,000 people. Well, and then that next year we doubled. So we had about 10,000 people in 2019. So when we jumped from 5,000 to 10,000 in a year, I think the BLM said to themselves, if this keeps going, I think we're going to have another Burning Man. You know how Burning Man started as a small gathering in the BLM land in Nevada, and then grew and grew and grew, and then at 60,000, 80,000, and they really restricted that down to keep it down to that size. I think they decided to put those restrictions on us at 10,000. And so really severe restrictions and expensive restrictions. We estimated that our cost to host it again on BLM land was going to be about $300,000. And so of course we're doing it free. We're not charging you a thing for the RTR. It's absolutely free to you. And so where are we coming up with $300,000 to host to have another RTR on BLM land? And that's the only way we can camp together. And I really miss camping together. But you know, a lot of you said, there's too many people. I can't camp with 10,000 people, and I understand that. So I always just camped really far out so I could have some people around me, but not too many. But still, I ended up traveling the distance to get to the RTR. At any rate, so for now, we are meeting in the Quartzsite Town Park. We met there last year, worked super well. Quartzsite was delighted with us, with the event we turned on, the way we left the land. They were invited us back. They've even offered us some more pluses now that we've proved ourselves to them. So we're hoping to have some even bigger and better things this year, but that will be announced later. So we're going to be in the Quartzsite Park again. If you get to Quartzsite, just Google, do a Google navigation to the Quartzsite Library. Once you're at the library, we will be literally kitty corner across the street. You'll see a couple of jets up on stands. You can't miss them. Jets in the middle of Quartzsite. And so we'll be right behind that. You can't miss it. It's a nice big park, lots of parking, lots of seating. You have to bring your own seats. So you may be saying to yourself, why would I go to this? Well, we're all going to camp out on BLM land, so that won't be organized. But I think we all tend to gather in the same places, and you'll meet a lot of new people. That's the main number one reason to come to the RTR, is to build community, to make friends. Everyone I've ever met goes there, makes friends for life, and they are friends forever, and literally mean forever. And so you make these bonds and connections, and that's the number one reason. You'll make them at the event itself, but mainly you'll meet new people out camping wherever you are, and you'll know that a lot of you are there to go to the RTR. The number two reason people go to the RTR is to get a job. We timed the RTR around the Big Tent. If you've never heard of the Big Tent before, it's a big RV show held in an enormous tent. And at this RV show will be vendors selling just about every imaginable thing. Lots of vendors. Well, all the big vendors that hire for summer work will be there. For example, Amazon usually almost always has a booth there. I can't promise you they'll be there again this year, but I can only tell you they've always been there in the past. So you could go there and line up a job with Amazon. The Beet Harvest will have a booth there. They have in the past. And so you can go there and line up your job with the Beet Harvest. Vendors who are concessionaires in the national forests, on BLM land, and even some on private land, RV parks, will be there hiring campground hosts. In fact, the company I worked for, I was a campground host for 4 years, 3 years with one company. My bosses always told me, they always came to the RTR, that was California Land Management, was the company I worked for. They always had up a booth, and their plan was to do all their hiring, have every job filled by the end of the Big Tent RV show. I've always timed the RTR around the Big Tent, and everyone that's gone there to get a job found a job. I don't know a single person who went there looking for a job and didn't get one, because there are jobs available there. So if you're looking for a job, that usually I believe that starts on the 20th or the 21st, I'm not exactly sure which, but you'll find out. And so if you time it at the end of the RTR, you can go to the RV show, Big Tent RV show, and get a job. So that's one of the primary reasons to come. And then of course we'll hold classes. If you're a newbie, our classes are mostly oriented towards newbies, but we'll also have some advanced classes. So there'll be an advanced, a very low-level introduction to solar. We'll have some intermediate classes, and we'll have some advanced classes. So that's an example. So boondocking, and where to camp, and how to camp, and how to do your build, and just where to go to the bathroom, and you know, all those things. How to take a shower, where to take a shower. All those things will be covered in some pretty basic classes. So if you're new, come for the classes, come to make friends, come to get a job. It's just a great opportunity to build community. A really big reason to come to the RTR is the free pile. What's a free pile, you say? Well, all of us have extra stuff. We're always culling out the extra stuff we got, and we find we don't have room for it. So we have this thing that's great, we love, but I can't carry it around anymore. So we take it to the free pile at the RTR. And it's laid out on tables, and we cover it every night, and we keep it organized, and we don't let it get messed up. We've done that, kind of let that happen in the past. That was a disaster. But this will be neatly organized and laid out, and you can bring your stuff and give it away, and take more stuff that, oh, I've been planning to buy that. So leave something, take something. You don't have to leave anything. If you go there with nothing to leave, that's A-okay. Take something if it will serve you. The whole purpose is to serve you and make your nomadic life better. That's the only purpose of the RTR. There's no prices, there's no fees. Come and find a higher quality of life, whatever that means to you, at the RTR. Another big thing we're going to be doing is a sweepstakes on a Blue Eddy, the biggest Blue Eddy power station. I'm not sure it's the biggest. It's certainly one of the biggest. The thing is enormous. It's called the AC500. It has a 5,000 watt inverter. It's infinitely expandable. You can run a house. You can combine two of them together. You can put 30,000 watts of solar into this thing. It's incredible. And it'll be a sweepstakes, and you could buy a ticket and maybe win it. And if you have an RV, it's the perfect solar solution for an RV. I think you'll be blessed to have it. You'll be really glad if you win. Also, we're going to be giving away, free of charge to anyone that needs it, cold weather items such as hats, gloves, and blankets. So if you're there and you're surprised by the cold, the desert can be amazingly cold. At night it might be pleasant during the day, but my goodness, at night it gets cold. So if you came underprepared, we will be giving away that stuff to people in need. So come and be blessed and get some of that if you need it. We're working on putting together this year a live band. We did that last year. We'll do it again this year. Hopefully at least one time, maybe more, we don't know, but at least one time with a live band. Also brand new this year, we're going to have a sewing tent. So some of the ladies that carry their sewing machines around, I know a lady who carries around 2 sewing machines. She's really prepared, one for each hand. You know, you got 2 hands. So she'll be there and she'll have her sewing machines out. If you're there and you need something sewn or you're looking for some curtains to be made, they'll be there and they'll help you and do your sewing. Maybe you got a favorite pair of pants, you've got a rip in or a tear in, you need them just quick sewing repair. They're there to help you. So that's going to be new this year. I think that'll be really, really good. And new this year, we haven't be the first time because we're at the county park and we've gotten the Quartzsite City permission. We're going to have vendors. So there'll be food and a number of vendors there. Hopefully vendors that with RV related things, nomadic related things, but at least food and coffee. So come for the vendors. This will be a new one at the RTR. So come and go for that. So after all that information, I hope you're excited to come to the RTR, make new friends, see new things, have a really good time. And if you are, to get all the information and the latest updates as they come up, go to homesonwheelsalliance.org or HOWA, H-O-W-A.org, and look up RTR, and all the information and all the latest updates will be there. And so that's how you find out. I began the RTR years ago, many years ago, in 2011, I believe, 2012. And I've turned it over to HOWA. It outgrew me. It grew to the point where one man could not possibly run the RTR. My last 2, a wonderful friend, Jude, did it for me, with me, mainly did it for me. She was so amazing. Thank you, Jude. Till the day I do not die, I will be grateful for you for what you did in those 2 RTRs. Thank you so much. And now I think it's even outgrown one person. So we have a whole team at Homes on Wheels Alliance. It's a HOWA event. If you want to come and contribute to HOWA, go to the website, learn more about HOWA, and homesonwheelsalliance.org, HOWA.org, and come and be blessed by more services from HOWA. So if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you, I'll be there, hopefully meeting you at the RTR 2023. Bye now.